Another dream is within reach. A student opens up a book. An entrepreneur takes another look.
Good evening, America. Whether you're listening from a busy city, a quiet farming community, a mountain town, a desert highway, or somewhere far off the beaten path, welcome. This is America Together Radio. Tonight we begin something new. Not another campaign speech. Not another television panel where everyone tries to shout over one another. Not another internet argument. Tonight we open the doors to a different kind of conversation. A place where ideas compete, where strong disagreements are welcome, where respect is expected, where curiosity is rewarded, and where every participant understands one important rule: the goal is not to defeat people. The goal is to test ideas. Welcome to the Simulated Mascot Debate Thunderdome. Before we begin, there is something important you should know. Every guest you will hear throughout the series is a fictional mascot. These characters are not real politicians. They do not speak for political parties. They are not intended to imitate public officials. Instead, each mascot represents a broad civic philosophy. Some value individual liberty above almost everything else. Some focus on compassion. Some care most about constitutional limits. Others think first about business, science, families, or the environment. Our hope is simple. If we remove the personalities, maybe we can hear the ideas a little more clearly. America has never lacked opinions. What we sometimes lack is conversation. Real conversation. The kind where people listen, ask questions, challenge assumptions, occasionally admit someone else made a good point. This program won't solve every problem, but perhaps it can remind us that disagreement doesn't have to become division. Over the coming season, our mascots will debate ballot access, housing, healthcare, artificial intelligence, education, infrastructure, immigration, energy, small business, local government, community resilience, and dozens of other issues affecting everyday Americans. Some discussions will be serious, some surprisingly funny, some may end without complete agreement. That's all right. Sometimes understanding the disagreement is progress by itself. When we return, the arena doors open for the very first time. One by one you'll meet the voices of the Thunderdome, their philosophies, their personalities, and the reasons each accepted the invitation to step into this arena. Stay with us. You're listening to America Together Radio. Welcome back to America Together Radio. If you're just joining us, this is the very first episode of the Simulated Mascot Debate Thunderdome. Tonight is our pilot episode. Instead of jumping directly into debate, we're introducing the fictional mascot panel you'll be hearing throughout the series. Every one of these characters represents a different civic philosophy. The goal is not to declare winners. The goal is to explore ideas. The arena is open. Let's meet our first participant. Representing practical cooperation, community problem solving, and connecting people with workable solutions, please welcome President Pipeline.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I've been told this place is called the Thunderdome. That sounds dramatic. Truthfully, I didn't come looking for a fight. I came looking for better conversations. America has no shortage of smart people, no shortage of hardworking communities, no shortage of good intentions. Sometimes what we're missing is a connection between them. That's why I use the word pipeline. Not because every problem has one solution, but because good ideas rarely help anyone if they never reach the people who need them. I believe local communities matter. County governments matter. States matter. Our national government matters. They are not supposed to be competing teams. They're supposed to be parts of the same country. My hope is that this series reminds us we can disagree honestly while still building something together.
I have to ask, do people ever get tired of hearing the word pipeline?
Sometimes. Usually right before they use one.
Fair enough. Now entering the defender of individual liberty, Jack.
Evening, everyone. Right away, I want to make something clear. I'm not here because I dislike cooperation. I'm here because I ask uncomfortable questions. Whenever somebody proposes a new program, I ask who controls it. How long does it last? Can ordinary citizens say no? Freedom isn't something we appreciate after it's gone. It's something we protect before it's threatened. That doesn't mean I oppose every new idea. It means I believe every new idea should survive tough questions. If President Pipeline brings a good proposal, I'll say so. If I think he's building a system that's too powerful, I'll say that too.
So you're not here to argue with everyone.
No, I'm here to argue with bad ideas. There's a difference.
When we come back, more arena doors open. You'll meet Lady Progress Captain Constitution and discover why every philosophy believes it has something important to contribute to America's future. Stay with us. You're listening to America Together Radio.
The morning sun climbs from the shoreline and paints the ocean.
Welcome back to America Together Radio. Tonight we're meeting the fictional mascot panel that will return throughout the Thunderdome series. So far you've met President Pipeline and Liberty Jack. Now, 3 more voices join the conversation. Please welcome Lady Progress.
Thank you. Whenever people talk about policies, budgets, or systems, they keep thinking about the people living inside those systems. The family deciding between medicine and groceries. The student wondering if opportunity is slipping away. The elderly neighbor hoping someone remembers them. Progress isn't simply spending more money. Progress means asking whether life actually became better for ordinary people. If a proposal sounds efficient but leaves people behind, I'm going to ask difficult questions.
Do you expect to agree with President Pipeline very often?
Sometimes, especially when practical solutions reach people who need them. Other times I'll push him to move faster.
Our next participant, Captain Constitution.
Good evening. Every generation believes its challenges are unique. Many are. But every generation also faces the temptation to ignore the rules whenever those rules become inconvenient. My purpose here isn't to stop progress. It's to ask an important question. By what authority? If we forget that question, rights slowly become permissions.
Some people hear constitutional limits and assume that means saying no.
Not at all. The Constitution doesn't exist to prevent good government. It exists to protect good government from becoming something else.
Joining us now, Green Guardian.
Good evening. When communities make decisions, someone should always be thinking about tomorrow. Clean water, healthy soil, reliable energy, forests, wildlife, strong local resilience. The bill for ignoring nature always arrives eventually. I'd rather ask those questions before the invoice shows up.
Can I ask all 3 of you something? 1 sentence. What's the biggest mistake Americans make when discussing public issues?
Forgetting there are real people behind every statistic.
Ignoring the limits that protect liberty.
Believing tomorrow can solve what today refuses to face.
3 different answers. 3 different philosophies. Exactly why we're here. When we return, the arena fills out. You'll meet Market Maverick, the People's Advocate, Professor Dade, and for the first time our entire Thunderdome panel will be together. You're listening to America Together Radio.
I'm Jeremy Levan. Rural communities understand problems that national politics often ignores. Distance, roads, hospitals, water, agriculture, energy, broadband, schools, and local services are not abstract issues. They are daily realities. America Together 2028 wants those voices included.
Shines across the fields below. The factories hum, the lakes reflect.
Welcome back to America Together Radio. Tonight we're introducing the fictional mascot panel that will return throughout the Thunderdome series. 3 more voices are about to enter the arena, representing entrepreneurship, innovation, and the practical realities of budgets. Please welcome Market Maverick.
Glad to be here. Whenever someone says, I've got a great idea, I'm usually the person asking, wonderful. Who's paying for it? Ideas deserve enthusiasm, but they also deserve math. If we can solve a problem while creating opportunity, that's worth celebrating.
Do you ever worry people think you're only interested in money?
Money isn't the destination. It's the fuel. Without fuel, even the best vehicle never leaves the driveway.
Joining us now, the People's Advocate.
Thank you. You'll hear a lot of impressive words on this program. My job is to translate those words into everyday life. Does this help the family pay rent? Does it help someone find work? Does it make groceries easier to afford? If not, I'm going to ask why.
So you're here to represent the listener.
Exactly. If someone listening at home says that sounded nice, but what does it actually mean? I'll probably ask the same question.
Our final panelist, Professor Data.
Good evening. Opinions matter. Experience matters. Evidence matters too. If we claim a program works, how do we know? If we say something failed, compared to what? My goal isn't to remove passion from the discussion. It's to give passion a measuring stick.
You're going to bring charts, aren't you?
Only when absolutely necessary.
So every episode.
That is a statistically reasonable prediction.
For the first time, our panel is complete. President Pipeline, Liberty Jack, Lady Progress, Captain Constitution, Green Guardian, Market Maverick, the People's Advocate, Professor Data, 8 different philosophies, one shared table. Before we close for the evening, I'd like to ask each of you one very simple question. In one sentence, what do you hope listeners gain from this series?
Hope that disagreement can still build something useful.
The confidence to ask hard questions.
A reminder that policy is always about people.
Respect for both liberty and lawful process.
A longer view of today's decisions.
A habit of asking how ideas become reality.
Plain answers for ordinary people.
A willingness to test assumptions.
When we return, one final conversation, one final message, and a look ahead to the first official debate in the history of the Thunderdome. You're listening to America Together Radio.
The fishing boats began to move, following routes they've always known.
Welcome back. Tonight has not been about proving one philosophy right and another wrong. It has been about introducing the voices that will return throughout the series. 8 fictional mascots, 8 different ways of looking at public life, one shared commitment to explore ideas with respect. Before the first official debate begins next episode, every participant has agreed to a simple set of rules. 1, challenge ideas, not people. 2, listen before responding. 3, if another mascot makes a good point, acknowledge it. 4, the audience deserves practical answers, not empty slogans. 5, no one wins every debate. The purpose of the Thunderdome is to make better ideas stronger. One last question. Finish the sentence. America's strongest when?
People build connections that outlast disagreements.
Free citizens remain free.
Every community has an opportunity to succeed.
Rights are protected even when opinions differ.
We leave the next generation something worth inheriting.
Builders are free to create and solve problems.
Working families have a fair chance to get ahead.
Good decisions are measured honestly.
Our introductions are complete. Next time the discussions begin. Our first official debate asks a question many Americans have wondered about. Can independent candidates really compete? Expect tough questions, honest disagreement, a few laughs, and perhaps a few surprises. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you agree with one mascot's ever or none at all, we hope you'll keep coming back with an open mind. On behalf of President Pipeline, Liberty Jack, Lady Progress, Captain Constitution, Green Guardian, Market Maverick, the People's Advocate, Professor Data, our co-host, and everyone at America Together Radio, thank you for listening. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep building stronger communities, and we'll see you inside the Thunderdome. You've been listening to America Together Radio, Simulated Mascot Debate Thunderdome. All mascot characters are fictional and are used to explore civic ideas through respectful discussion. Join us next time for episode 002, Can Independent Candidates Really Compete?
The same as they have through the years, watching seasons come